We Three Trolls is not intended for children, adults, young adults, the elderly, the slovenly, the easily offended, the emotionally retarded, teachers, preachers, priests, parents, step-parents, police officers, politicians, authority figures of any kind, liberals, conservatives, and everybody all around the world. Listener discretion is advised.
This episode of We Three Trolls is brought to you by Trans Poly. The world is getting pretty scary out there, and social media is normalizing mental illness at an alarming rate. From telling us fatties are sexy, to claiming if you don't want to swallow the jizz of 100 men, you're a homophobic, a person's online presence can be used against them now more than ever. That's why we at Trans Poly created an app that allows you to be trans-political. With the simple click of a button, not only will your previous posts to social media be deleted, they will be replaced with a series of actions that are 100% faggot-friendly. Our software will transition your entire profile into a populist pandering drone. 75% of your tweets will be specifically anti-Trump, mentioning him by name. The average for residents of New York and San Francisco, your Instagram will be littered with images of protest marches, and your Facebook account will like dozens of annoying pages such as Occupy Democrats, Third Wave Feminism, and Kick-Ass Girls Peg Trump's asshole while Melania's forced to watch. No one knows when or where the festering mob will strike. Prepare yourself for the transition.
We Three Trolls is also being brought to you by The Sweet Embrace of Death. It's later than you think.
All right, partner.
Keep
Keep
on
on
trolling.
rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
We Three Trolls is shot live on location in the Brat Cave, A.K.A. the belly of the beast, of the world-famous Comedy Store in fabulous West Hollywood, California. I'm Count Jocula. Today I'm joined by...
Wub Savell.
And Lleshi.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
This is the part where we jerk off in front of each other.
There's this woman I've been fucking for years. I'm talking 6 years. I could not have mishandled the situation more, pun intended. This is the longest relationship in my entire fucking existence.
Wait, you just called it relationship.
How fat is she?
She used to be super fat.
Let's get to the real point.
Cut to the chase. All right, she's not that fat. She's not fat at all, actually.
She used to be,
No,
right?
I seen her.
She got fat for a little while. That's when I
She's
stuck,
been fat.
stuck my claim. It was like, planting my flag here. It's mine now.
You must have made her happy and nice and plump, you know?
And then when I kept rejecting her for 6 years, she got super thin. Still didn't, I don't know. She's nice, whatever. So, no, she's not. Here's why. So she told me a couple weeks ago.
Sounds like you're in love.
I'm starting to wonder, actually.
Yeah.
And the thing is, well, it's not love. She's just really good at targeting your ego at just the right moment.
That is love.
Like, that's love, right? It is. So anyways, a few weeks ago, she told me she had a boyfriend, but she's like, we should hang out anyway. So I thought that meant I'm gonna fuck her. That's it. She wants me to come over and fuck her, right? And when I showed up at her house and saw her vibrator sitting next to her bed on the floor, I knew I was going to fuck her. Because even if she has a boyfriend, she's still using a vibrator openly.
Right.
It's embarrassing.
That's super embarrassing. I can't believe she didn't get up and put it in her bed or.
She wanted you to see it.
Yeah, I always put away my vibrators.
Right?
I put them away where they belong, in my asshole. And in the assholes of various children that live in the neighborhood.
Maybe she wanted to peg you.
No, no
Oh,
one wants to
shit.
peg me. See, you have a fixation on that. It makes me wonder if you want to peg somebody.
I like saying it because guys get so creeped out.
I think a
and it
lot of
makes them
girls.
feel
At the
really
very least,
fucking
you've
gay.
put some fingers up butts,
No, that's
testing the waters.
that's disgusting.
It is.
I stay away from hairy assholes as much as I can.
So
Well,
they
I'm
must
leaving.
be waxed. That's the requirement.
Even so, even if they're waxed, I would get creeped out. If a guy was pushing my head towards their butthole,
Mm-hmm.
I would immediately start crying.
Well, you're
Like,
right.
Like I would like. That's so disgusting to me. It's so foul.
It's pointless. It's not even just disgusting. It's just pointless.
Ugh. But
You're-
some guys
you're
like it
eating-
apparently.
How about this? A guy eating a
Sure,
girl's asshole? What's
sure.
the point of that? Why don't you just go fuck a dude? That's what you want to do. You want to eat ass?
Yeah, I don't have
Women-
a prostate. I
Yes,
don't have a
women
prostate.
don't enjoy that. What
Yeah.
what could be appealing about that?
I don't know
Except
if
the
that's true.
You know why they enjoy it?
Yeah.
The cuckoning. They
Yeah,
get to cuck
yeah.
a man.
Actually,
That brings us back to my
Well,
fucking story
all right.
Yeah.
about how I got cucked.
Yeah.
All right, this is why I'm mad about it. To be
The
honest with you.
ultimate.
Okay, so when I rolled in there, we smoked a joint. For the first hour, I just ranted about Louis C.K. being a pathetic pervert and creep for jerking off in front of women. I just went to town on Louis C.K. He's a faggot. Fuck this dude. And then when we went back to her apartment to fuck,
Uh-huh.
as we often do, we're making out on the bed, blah, 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 blah. She gets on my knee and and rides it to completion.
It's so weird.
It's totally weird.
Yeah.
I've had so many women do this to me. I don't understand what they're trying to communicate.
That's so strange.
I feel like
It's
they're like
bizarre.
having some flashback of like a 7th grade
Childhood,
dance or something,
yeah,
you know?
childhood
Yeah.
They're like,
trauma.
where they were on the
Just
floor freaking, and the
fucking-
first time they felt anything, they were like,
Well,
what
fucking
the
all the
hell?
furniture. Yeah.
She's not just humping my knee, because that's
Yeah.
not enough. The
Yeah.
reason she came to completion is I was also choking the shit out of her while she was doing it.
It's hilarious.
How else are you going to make him come? Here's how I knew feminism is a fucking lie. A woman that I dated who was a teacher of feminism at a college in New Mexico requested I choke her out while she masturbated. All she wanted was to get choked. That's how I know it's all a big lie. Your
Well,
virtue signaling,
I
your
th-
white knighting.
I think
white
it's
knighting.
the point is I think women, a whole heterosexual female male relationship is a guy being able to take down a woman, like a guy that can kill you, because caveman days they would just beat you over the head and rape you, right? They didn't ask your permission
Those
or
were
anything
the
like
days.
that.
Those the halcyon
Yeah.
days.
So there's
you
kind
mean
of that's
last
why the
week?
whole choking out or kind of like a guy being able to whoop your ass. We don't think about it like subconsciously, but that's what it is. I think that's what it turns you
100%.
on.
It's
I always
biological.
see it as
Yeah.
if you couldn't overpower her, then how the hell are you going to overpower anyone else who's trying to overpower you to overpower her?
Exactly.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, the women need protection. They also want to make sure you can,
So this
turns
is
you on. Yeah.
That's why what she did is brilliant. She really did something brilliant. That's why it made me so mad for so many weeks. After she hops off of me, she goes, well, since I got off, you can finish yourself off, but I do not want to give you a blowjob. Now, I understand that's girl talk. That's girl code. I want to give you a blowjob so fucking bad right now. But I can't just give you the blowjob. You have to earn it. I have a boyfriend now. You need to come and get this. Just what you just said.
Yeah, there's extra challenges.
Totally. It's sort of like we were running down the hallway and she just knocked over the laundry hamper right before we got to the bedroom.
That's
You know what I mean?
hilarious.
So I have this thing called integrity. It sucks. It's
I
the
don't
worst.
believe it.
I have pretend that I have integrity.
Oh my god.
So I was outraged. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not jerking off in front of you because I just said I thought that was gross. So she needed to get rid of me, all right? She either needed to go use that vibrator or call the boyfriend over and then use the vibrator after he leaves.
But she already got off.
No, she didn't get properly off. She got
Right.
off in the way that you can get a girl off with your hand. It's not the same as fucking a girl.
You know, when she said that you could jerk off, I would have then countered with, I will on you.
Yeah, how about this? I'll use
I'll
your
do
mouth to
it.
jerk off. You can jerk me off with your tongue.
She doesn't have
It's an
boyfriend.
I know she doesn't. I know
Right.
she fucking doesn't.
Right.
It still made me mad.
Well,
She
might.
doesn't. You are her boyfriend of 7 years.
I know. Well, that's what
Just-
she thinks because she used to tell people that. She's
Yeah.
like, he just doesn't realize
She's
it
just
yet.
too fat, and that you're not
She's
giving
not
her a
fat
chance
anymore.
Okay.
No, she's actually super thin. That's why
I like how I set that in there.
Well, we were all thinking it, but I didn't say it.
I don't know. I can't
No,
perform
she's
with a
fine.
fat girl.
She's more.
So
clever.
She be thick.
No, not anymore. But she
No.
did used to kind of have the body of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh my god.
Little hands.
little pair.
Well, she likes
It's
you.
it's always
She
basically.
loves me.
If there's a girl that'll have sex with you for 7 years, she likes you.
Oh, it's the longest I've ever had sex with anyone. But that's because it was so fucking easy before this, before she started throwing the monkey wrench in there. This is how she got me to leave. She goes onto Hulu and she puts on the Sarah Silverman talk show where she talks about Louis C.K. I was like sitting there, like shaking my head while I was putting my shoes on. Like, all right, yeah, you win. You win this round. You win. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that there is a boyfriend, just for fun. She had to cuck him with me, and then she had to cuck me. It's just how women are. They gotta have that ego fix. We could have just had an easy fuck fest, and it would have been nice, but she had to throw that little wrench in there. And most guys, I think, actually probably respond in the appropriate way, which is like, oh, shucks, I guess I'll jerk off in front of you. I was just like indignant. I was like, this is not how, you don't know me at all. Like, I need to be worshipped like the God that I am. Mm-hmm. Damn it.
Well, you grew up with sisters, so you have to, sis out on her. That's what you did.
It's 100% what
Yeah,
I did.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what
a
I would have
drama
done to my
queen.
sister. That's what I would have done to my sister.
Because most dudes would be like, yeah, I guess I'll just jerk off in front of you. But she's fucked up too. That's why you like her.
Totally. We get along pretty good, except when she does this shit.
Yeah. Did you send her a mean message?
I did.
Well,
that's
that
why I
was
don't want to drink
also,
anymore.
you gotta see, that's also her punishment to you for
Oh, totally.
you doing the rant.
I know.
The hour-long rant. A chick is sitting there listening to you talk for an hour.
She
That's
wanted to go home
shit
and
that
fuck.
she is supposed to be excused for.
Well,
you're not. You're not excused for.
Well,
Good point,
you know
Webb.
that.
He is right, but part of the reason that I am friends with this girl is that she's very quiet and just subservient and listens. I need that sometimes. It is from growing up with sisters because they were the people that would listen to me. They love drama. They loved listening to my problems and shit.
Mm-hmm. Made you
You're-
talk.
you're
It made you be a good talker. You know.
So, well, yeah, I hope so. I hope I can parlay that into something.
It's always when I'm feeling
So are
good.
you gonna have sex with her again? Are you gonna keep
Ooh.
hanging out with
No,
Good
her?
question.
this is kind of the last straw for me.
Mm.
Because that's the other thing that happens. When someone does something fucked up, blasts through my pot-addled mind, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Here's a laundry list of other fucked up shit they did that I ignored because I was a fucking drug addict for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is unacceptable behavior.
Yeah.
That's what I texted her about. I'm so ashamed of myself. The last time we came over here to record, I got so fucking drunk that I do not remember driving home. All I remember is while I was driving home thinking, like, my phone wasn't working. I was like, I have to get home so I could write this fucking mean text and send it to her. And I did. When I woke up next day and I saw it, it was typo-written insanity. I was like, oh.
That's the worst, man. I've done it so many
I won't
times.
talk to her again because of that text I sent.
Yeah.
I'm so ashamed of myself. You don't even know.
Do you know that it went through? Because remember, your phone was all fucked up. We didn't get your text that day.
Good. Then I don't even want to fucking know. I don't want to know. But the problem
You'll
is
know based on
she has
her
the
interaction.
iPhone. Oh, but there is no interaction right now. But there wasn't consistently. I've never done that before where I got so blackout drunk that I wrote someone a mean message. I never show anyone my feelings. Ever.
You don't party. Well, you actually like her. Yeah, I've done that to so many people and felt like
Maybe I do actually like her because I did write the text. And that's exactly what she thought when she got it. She wasn't thinking, oh, this hurt my feelings. She was thinking, fuck yeah, it worked. It worked.
Exactly.
Mission accomplished.
I've got a pussy of gold.
It's what every girl thinks.
They do, but it's because there's so many dudes that convince them that their pussy is.
Yeah.
You know, I get really angry at this movie, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. You want to know why? They make fun of telling the guy not to put the pussy on a pedestal when that is the fucking greatest advice you could ever give a guy about girls. And girls will give it to you, too. They're like, we don't want to be worshipped. This is gross. Yeah. It makes you look like a pussy. Wait, did anyone bring me stories? Can we? I don't want to talk about myself anymore.
Sure.
Thank you for sharing that story, by the way.
I'm going to take a walk around the block.
Are you so red?
Well, I was telling JPL about this story before you got here, Rose, but I thought we would all find it interesting because this is kind of a trolly thing to do. This dude in China repainted the road markers to make his commute faster.
Hilarious.
What I like about this guy is that I think of him as a man of the people, because
Yeah.
he rides the bus, and
Yeah.
he made everybody's ride quicker.
Oh my god.
That's nice.
Everyone on the bus wants their ride to be quicker.
But here's the thought: could he have applied
Where did he have the
all
time to
that
do this?
effort to get a goddamn car and not ride the fucking bus anymore?
It's China
don't
though.
know.
Who knows? There's so many people over there.
But he probably spends most of his day going to work and working, and then coming home from work.
And then
And,
living in an apartment with 20 other fucking people
Yeah,
because everything's
in a room
nightmare.
this size. Yeah. That place looks like a nightmare. I've never wanted to go, but I guess it's a thing.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
I want to go and wreak havoc.
Dude, the driving is horrific. I only saw one accident.
Are you saying Asian people
when I was
can't
like-
drive?
I'm saying it right now. But how did he get the time to do it?
That's what I was wondering.
Could have got a second job and then, as I said, not have to ride the bus anymore with the time
He got help.
wasted.
He got help.
Police tracked the man down. It's because they got cameras
The
like
police
everywhere.
tracked him down? What
Yeah.
the fuck did he do wrong?
He painted on the.
This is our future for our country, by the way. Doing it in broad daylight.
Yeah, like no shame. But that's the thing too about China. I think like people just like go on their way when like some crazy thing
There's
goes
just so
down.
many people around. Yeah, you don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I've seen
That
like
makes sense.
there are so many videos.
They're not like
of,
these small town whores just opening their mouth all the time, telling
God.
everybody their business.
You calling me a small town whore?
Yeah. I guess I am too.
We all aspire to this kind of very low-level vandalism.
I like vandalism.
I think it's good. It's for the working people.
I mean, I think it's just fun in general. You know, when I was a youngster, this may not surprise you, I used to roll around my neighborhood and spray paints, not swastikas. I wasn't that cool. I would walk around and spray paint pentagrams everywhere in my neighborhood.
That's pretty good.
No one cares about this
But they take tax money for dumbass shit. The $2 million to make a public bathroom I saw, they're like, why does it cost so much money?
Why don't these
like-
gays just fucking the goddamn
Yeah.
park like they always do?
No, it's all the contracts. They just, yeah, totally.
It's so the mafia can get richer with their no shows.
Bullshit. Anyway, that's why I don't pay my taxes.
I pay your
Fuck 'em.
taxes.
They take them out anyway. I don't see shit.
It's true.
My check is nothing.
Oh, well, why won't Bernie? You know, if we had elected Bernie, it just means more taxes for us. No free education. It just means you're paying more via the.
I would just hope they would know how to allocate the money
Nope.
better. That's all.
Look at our roads.
They're fucking shitty. It rained here. There's like just
LA's the worst
open
for
like
it, but,
potholes and like sinkholes opening up. I'm like, in Illinois or Midwest or East Coast, every summer, literally, they would be redoing the roads, construction every
This is
summer.
California, baby. We don't
Yeah.
have money for that
Yeah.
shit, or
No.
or to fight
At all.
wildfires because we're
At
too
all.
busy coddling junkies that walk around on the streets.
Makes sense.
The rest of the country and probably the rest of the world, by extension, hates California, and I gotta tell you, I don't blame them. Anytime I've ever been brought out on tour to do comedy, they always throw you under the bus and be like, "This next comic is from Los Angeles," and you just hear
Yeah.
the fucking crickets. People start getting up to get drinks and shit. Like, ugh.
Well, a lot of the comics that are here come from somewhere else for the most part, but yeah, you can't really judge people just based off Los Angeles. I think it takes a lot of rejection and
I don't know what that is.
and being delusional.
I mean, I do know what that is.
Living in your car because you think you're gonna make it.
Dude,
like,
of course
no, you
people-
suck at comedy. Like, and now you're just homeless and you suck, or whatever you suck at, and you're living in your car.
Whatever you suck at, you're not hot enough. You're not.
You're living in
you know,
your car,
whatever it
basically.
is.
Yeah. No, it's my dream.
Yeah. Why am
No,
I not
people-
making it? Everyone at the casket factory said I was the funniest guy at work.
Yeah.
What happened? I love it. Actually, when you move here and you're super hot, forget it. Like I had to go to the Verizon store yesterday to get my phone fixed. All the dudes that work in there were like these. I was like, "You got some improv training." I just know you do. What are you doing here in Canoga Park, buddy? But that guy's never gonna make it because there's way more attractive. There's attractive dudes everywhere and chicks.
Attractive chicks, dudes everywhere in LA.
Oh, yeah.
You have to have a little bit more, People are like, oh, come on. My mom's like, why aren't you in that commercial? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't even audition for that.
How would I get in?
Like, she's like, you're way better. And I'm like, thank you, Mom. Life doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You can say the N-word, just don't say the F-word. I let the N-word use me. I don't use the N-word. I let the N-word use me.
flows through you. I feel like the New Zealand national team for weightlifting should get Cuck of the Week for letting in a transgender dude into the competition against chicks.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
fucked up.
This is a joke.
It's true. It's happening.
I
Yeah.
know. It's pathetic. What do our fucking forefathers think about this?
But I guess they test your form of testosterone and see how much you have in your body. I don't care. If you were born a man and he was a weightlifter, right? Or she?
yeah, he's already buff
Yeah.
as
He's
a man.
already a weightlifter as a man and then sucked as a man, so decided to be in the women so he could win. That's fucked up.
He's 39 years old, and so been a chick for 9 years.
Oh my god.
Changed in her 30s.
Oh my god.
He was ahead of the curve. This guy.
Yeah.
The trend thing. Or
So brave, so brave.
He's
Until he
lifting-
kills some woman.
He's
know?
He's lifting in the heaviest category for women, and it's the mid category for the men's. And he's just crushing
so
it.
unfair.
He's
Can
crushing it.
Can I say something real quick?
I don't know. He could be the troll, actually. I don't know.
He
Like
is
this
the
dude,
troll.
he's kind of
Dude.
trolling
He's
them
the
with
troll,
this.
dude. He's the troll of the week.
Like that's.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever noticed that these transgender people look extremely creepy when they're the other thing too? They don't look good either way. They don't look good as a man. They don't look good as a woman. These people
Well, it
just
depends.
suck.
It depends.
They're usually pretty androgynous looking from the jump,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or they do have like even Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce, whoever the hell his name is now, had that weird face, but I think he had like
cat face.
yeah, like weird eyes.
Kind of cattish.
But he was a good-looking dude when he was younger, like when he was in the Olympics, you
Right.
know, and stuff like that. Like when he was a dude, just dude. He's a fucking dude.
Have you
He's
ever
a
been to
guy.
He's a
Thailand?
guy. No,
Either y'all?
no.
I have one time, and I was in Phuket, which is spelled like fuck it, if you don't know. And the partying, like the partying that's going on in like it's like a resort town, right? But then there's like all this life that's like built around it.
Dirty fucking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. It's
So
a
there's
Sodom
like-
and Gomorrah
So
in the
there's
Orient.
there are whores everywhere.
Mhm.
They're just like littering the street, you know? Although, ironically, I bet if you litter there, you get fucking like your hand chopped off. So the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, like, it's hard to tell which ones could be like dudes or chicks, right? Of all these whores that you're looking at as you're passing down the street. But then I look down an alleyway, and there's a whole gang of these bars. And that street was specifically called D Street. So I'm assuming that's where all the dicks were.
That makes sense. Because some
and we didn't
some
go down that
dudes-
street, but that would be my best guess.
Oh, really? You're a fucking
Some people
transphobe.
want it.
But you didn't go down the street and get fucked by a guy? You're a fucking homophobe. You're disgusting. You're off the podcast, buddy.
I
Please.
know.
Shape up.
Could have got pegged.
You got? Oh man, there is.
But you know what? Their penises are little, so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't even count like being gay, right?
Oh, it
They
doesn't
should
matter,
be-
but
they
it's
should be
certainly
pegging
lessened.
anyway.
I
They
agree,
should be-
lessened. I don't say doesn't matter. Like I'm not like, you know what, fuck it.
It's
Their
totally
vaginas are
different than a
really
big
small.
black cock, you know? Like if
For
it
sure.
was that, it's just different. It's different. The smaller,
I'll
you know?
never know.
You're like you just move that thing out of the way, you know? Move it out of the way.
Kick it to the side.
Kick it to the side. you
Well,
know?
that's
To the
one thing though
curb.
that you mentioned before. I bet you that tiny penis though is super hard because
Oh,
it's
God.
so easy to get the small dicks hard.
It only
Yeah,
stayed
you guys
hard for
remember
like
this
2
conversation?
minutes.
Yeah, the bigger the
Do I
dick.
remember it? I
the
listened to it
more-
like 20 times.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying. I
Survey
feel like
says.
survey says
Mm-hmm.
it takes more blood to get that hog up to where if it's a small one, they just get hard right away. And those are like the growers, not the showers,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call them. That's what happens in my experience. I've only had sex with 2 people.
And one had a small dick and the other
That's-
had a
yeah.
huge dick.
Yeah.
That's 2 more than I've had sex with. I'm saving myself for God.
I tried. It lasted until about 16 years old.
I'm saving myself for a divorce.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like
I've
vi-
not
vice-
met
you're-
one heterosexual guy that actually would want to get pegged. Not one. That's not gay. I'm
It's
sorry.
impossible.
I can't see it.
That's funny because I did have a chick ask me about it once. she asked if she could do that, if I would be interested, if she wanted to do it, could she do it to me? And I said no, and she said, "That's the right answer."
Oh, hell yeah. That's a shit
Set
fest.
you up. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's all right.
What you just did is you whipped it out when she said you can jerk off.
Yeah.
That's what you just did. And I loved it.
Hilarious.
I love it. All right.
But she let it on so, like,
She was serious.
Yeah, she played it out like it was a real legit test, you know? There was no, I don't know, like no beguiling on the surface of it, you know? There was no, I don't know, wink and a smile about it.
Yeah, no, she really wanted to see what you were made of. Here's two things you should never do in a relationship with a woman. Number one, let her fuck you up the ass. There's going to be some psychic ramifications for that for years to come. She'll never let that one go.
For sure.
She'll never let that one go. Number two, cry in front of a woman, which I actually think might be worse than letting her fuck you up the ass. By the way, me and Webb got kicked out of the Proud Boys.
What's the Pride Boys?
Proud Boys. We were in their group, their Facebook group, for like, I'm talking 30 minutes tops. And they kicked us out.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
Get
A mutual friend of ours
is proud.
Yeah, he added us to the list.
He's full of pride.
And they immediately kicked us out. It was kind of funny.
I was shocked. Did they not look at my
Did
Facebook?
you say something?
We didn't have a chance to
We didn't say anything.
That's hilarious.
It was literally within hours. I don't know if it was 30 minutes, but it was within like hours of being added to the list that
It
they
was
kicked
fast
us
enough
out.
that I didn't get to see anything in there. So
I was pretty amazed too. I always assumed it was because I was a Jew. they fished
they
that
don't
out.
know that you're a Jew.
They could somehow find out. I don't know who's, there might be some autists in there.
Well, no, they definitely. Yeah, they went through your Facebook profile, saw
Right.
a yarmulke way in the
Yeah.
background.
Exactly. They saw something,
Hey,
you
wait
know?
a second. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Where there's smoke, there's menorahs.
Yeah, there's not oftentimes that you have yarmulkes lying around when you're not a Jew. So I don't know. They put that
But yeah,
autism
I
to
was
work.
surprised that they kicked you out.
They didn't look at all at my Facebook
They kicked all of us
profile.
out. There was
Dude, I get
another person
rejected
too.
by the left and the right every fucking day. There's no
You're a
place.
loose cannon. They don't know
No
what
place
you're going to
for me.
say.
I know what I'll say. Louis K is a faggot. I'll say it again and again.
Do we
Not
want?
a faggot. He's a funny faggot.
I can't fuck
yeah.
without puke on me, actually. It's a
That happened
fetish
to
of
me in
mine.
high school. I didn't know how to give a blowjob. And I was like,
Oh, I love this story.
I'm like, just tell me, when. This is my
When.
boyfriend that I had for years. And I was just like, tell me when. Because I was like, I'm not fucking swallowing that disgusting snot that comes out of your fucking dick.
Mhm.
And
how many times did you do that since?
He did not tell me. He did not tell me. And you know what happened? Puked right on his dick.
It happens more
And he was
frequently
like,
than you would think.
oh! Yeah. I'm
It
like,
happens more frequently than you would
and I
think.
felt bad, but I was like, I did not see that coming.
It shot right, pun intended, it shot right into your gag reflex.
Totally.
Of course, of
Yep.
course. Especially
Yep.
you didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, and then I think he probably put my head down too, so it made it even worse. and I
No,
was
this
like,
guy is a pimp.
yeah,
I didn't know to do shit like that in high
such
school.
an asshole. Yeah, I was so
Yeah.
mad. But
He's
Yeah.
a king.
I was like, well, that's why you don't do that.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
He's the troll of the week.
Fucking totally trolled me. I didn't even know what I was
Dude.
getting into.
I think it's just common courtesy to say when you're about to come, regardless of
Yeah.
where or whatever. Just
Well,
common courtesy.
we were young. We were 16. He was probably like, fuck
He-
this bitch.
he
She's
knew-
gonna like it.
He knew that if you had actually said, you would have been like, ew. Yo, before we bolt, I want to give a shout out to my new roommate, OJ Simpson. That's right, the juice is loose in my spare bedroom.